Namaste and welcome to another edition of The Right Perspective. And tonight, and in this edition, we are going to speak about data, privacy, protection, colonization, sovereignty. There are so many aspects to this thing called data. 4 letter ka word hai, but it can change our life, it can change our country, it can cripple us, it can enable us. That's the power, because data is the new oil. That's what many people believe, ladies and gentlemen. Future wars will be fought on 2 aspects, data and water. That's what many experts believe. Some of them are with us. So this data privacy and protection bill, which finally seems to have got some structure and could be introduced in this session of Parliament, what are the aspects which are important? And do we as a country need a law that protects our privacy while protecting our data, but more importantly, not leaving Bharat vulnerable? There are so many aspects. It's a big, vast ocean, this whole topic, this subject. So we'll try and cover at least some aspects which make us a little more aware. So I have students here who are studying mass comm, who are studying MBA, who are studying different aspects, and who are all perhaps the future entrepreneurs, future leaders sitting with us. And I have a panel of experts wherein I have a cybersecurity expert in Nishakant Ojha. I have another cybersecurity expert in Kanish Gaur, and we've discussed crypto, we've discussed terrorism and counter-terrorism. Nishakantji, Vineet Goenka is a champion of data sovereignty, and he's been advocating for it for a long time. So today he's not wearing the BJP leader spokesperson hat, he's wearing an Aam Aadmi hat who wants his data protected and his sovereignty as far as data is concerned protected. Khushbu Jain is a lawyer, so the legal aspects of it. Where do I draw the line? How do I draw the line? And what can we do? What are the contours? But first up, I'm just going to ask 1 or 2 questions to our audience here. अच्छा, एक बात बताइए. Do you know how many apps you have on your phone? आप सबके पास mobile phone है? Yes. Do you know how many apps are there in your phone? 70 to 100. How many of you think at least 70 apps are there on your phone? You think 70 app हैं आपके पास? Around 60, around 50. Do any of you want to actually count and see कि भाई हैं कितने? मुझे उतना भी नहीं पता है. Do you think any of you की पता भी नहीं है भाई कितने ऐप हैं? हाँ, नहीं पता. अभी आप जरा काउंट करके देखो. अब वहां से उनको पूछते हैं, सर, how many apps are required for somebody to get into somebody's phone? 70 में से एक ऐप चलेगा?
More than enough.
One app is enough, and in that one app they can get into all the other 70 apps. It's possible.
Absolutely. By one Gmail account, I can penetrate wherever you are. I can get your location. I can get your inside the kitchen. I can get inside your bedroom.
So is this or is this not making us vulnerable as a country?
Absolutely.
How serious is it?
We are 360-degree covered by the vulnerabilities, and we are unintentionally, we are giving our data to them. So it is with your known or you do not know. Because we came across many situations where the government took some initiative and they told that yes, they are fetching your data. And when we went and did a deep dissection, that application person told, I have not asked you, you agreed. I just downloaded the entire data, I put it in my cloud, that went to the Sweden, my database, and from there I can do anything which is moving from one soil to another soil. Jurisdiction changes. We don't have such kind of a tie-up where the legislation or the law are the same. Since there are a lot of things which is there. As of now, this data protection bill which is coming, it's basically of those things only which is there. Our data, I discussed with many of the fiduciary intermediaries, which initially was called, I would not name the companies. They told, I'm not asking your data. You yourself is giving the data, then why I'm responsible? I'm just luring you. You by default are giving every data to me. I'm just collecting the data, AI, and that data is getting transferred to my database. One thing most important about this data protection bill, there are a lot of vulnerabilities I just want to bring to the forum, since my colleague has worked a lot on this. When this first bill was initiated, when the draft was initiated, and when we did some kind of a survey, we found that it was totally a cut copy paste of GDPR. So environment of European cannot be same as the environment of India. It cannot be same as the Asian. It's the stakeholder changes, the characteristic of the data changes, the usage changes, everything changes. But since European Union has set a standard, so we are complying with that particular thing. But what about the other things? Once the data has gone, he said, now there is one question which will come here with the debate will start. It's a co-localization. Means you are getting your data, putting in the soil of India and then taking it up. I don't understand what is this co-localization. It says, I have discussed with AWS, I have discussed with many data centers company. They say, sir, we don't have any jurisdiction. Only thing is that they are hosting their data at my premises and then they are taking their data to wherever they want. So there is no direct thing which permits us to fetch that data from there. So government is telling, I mean, there is a MITI which has come up with a certain mandate that if you want to use a data center, means see, when the data is transferred, it needs a hop. It cannot go directly. So it needs a power data center which basically takes, aggregate and then pass it to the cloud. So this is meant for that particular thing. So MITI has come up with a standard that is one of the best things. They have given 6 data center as a permitted data center which can host, but Google is still out of that. AWS has given, but I am not able to understand if the data is coming in that particular server, how I will be able to fetch those data, how I will be able to see that data, how I will be able to control that data doesn't go. What Anand told, you gave posted a picture, it directly went to the cloud, which is beyond my premises, which is beyond the soil of the India. It's gone. So that's a different thing which is there. But initially, when we are talking about the data protection bill, there are a lot of gaps also which is there, which, I mean, when we are not talking about the personal data, when we are talking about the fiduciary, and many things are there.
No, there are multiple aspects. I'm just asking you, how many of you know each other? Ma'am, aap wahan baithe na? Yeah. Do you know this lady? You don't know her. Okay. You're sitting here. Do you know that person sitting there at the corner? Yes. Huh? One person? Anybody who, you know all the 4 sitting behind there? Yeah? Okay. Do I know all of your names? No. Let's say I'm sitting in another country. Okay. But I know what your likes are and what match your likes. And I can tell you, I can control you, I can influence you and say, this is what you must eat, this is how you must think. You guys know each other. But I know both of you have different choices and I will send you the same thing. So then you tell me, are you really free? Are you really doing things of your own choice? Or am I influencing your choice? Influencing your choice. So what am I trying to do slowly? Without fighting a war with you, I am trying to control you. That concept, very loosely, I have explained in a layman term, not as an expert, is data colonization. So I don't need to attack your country, but nobody needs to attack us, but they will still make us fear them and worry that bhai isse panga nahi lena hai.